Hello, everyone. This is Donna's Happy Hour. Just a reminder to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so that you get future notifications of the videos. And please leave a comment. Thank you. Have a great day.
Yeah, I always wanted to do what I wanted to do, you know, and maybe perhaps looking back now, I go, you could have stayed in this part of the business and been super successful, or you could have stayed in that part. But I always got bored. I wanted to move on.
Right.
You know, and I moved on from radio to concert promotions, to management, to marketing for the home video and record companies. And then I opened the Beverly Hills office, and we drove from Atlanta to Los Angeles, not knowing what we were doing when we got there.
Right.
And at that time, I had, you know, I've always been into crazy cars.
And what year was that? When was that?
1984, 85,
okay.
somewhere in that neighborhood.
Right.
And we drove out, right, and we're driving, and we get to Amarillo, driving, we're seeing mirages, right? You ever drive through Texas? It's like, whoa, is that a lake? or am I flashing back?
Wow.
Yeah, and
any sandstorms that you hit?
Oh, I don't know. All I smelled was cow dunk. I mean, you know, you drive through Texas and there's cows forever. So we wind up like it's twilight, right? And I go, we got to stop. We got to stop. So we're in Amarillo. All of a sudden, we see a big sign that said, the Big Texan Steakhouse.
Oh, my God.
I said, oh, God, we got to go there. Let's go get a steak.
Right.
And then we can get a motel room, right?
Right.
So we go over there, and we get into the Big Texan, and we order steaks. And it's like a piece of leather. I'm cutting.
Really?
I'm like,
in Texas?
I said, what'd they do? Kill this cow 2 hours ago?
I thought that's supposed to be like the best place.
Well, here's the fun part of the story. So, you know, I'm a gourmet. I grew up in a family of food.
Right,
You know,
Italian.
And way before Johnny Ciao was born, we always were into good food.
Okay.
So we got there, and the steak's tough as nails, and I said to the waiter, I said, you know, the steak is not right. So he goes, he gets the owner, Bobby Lee, who actually was involved with Oprah Winfrey when they did this whole thing about cows and whatever. It was a big thing. If you look him up, I don't know. Anyway, he comes to the table and he goes, what's the problem? I said, I don't know, Bobby, this steak is like, you know, a piece of leather. Next thing I know, he goes and gets us more steaks. Calves, he brings out a thing bigger than this with calves' testicles in it. Fried calves' testicles. They call Rocky Mountain oysters or whatever. Rattlesnake bites, and buckets of beer.
Oh, my
And we're sitting there, and all of a sudden, we're doing it. We're drinking. I'm eating. This is good. Some more salt on there. You know, I'll have another bowl.
Oh, no.
We're drinking beers, right? At the end of this whole episode, we weren't ready to drive anywhere.
I would imagine not.
But at that point, after all the beers they brought out, we weren't driving anywhere. So Bobby Lee goes, let me call my friend, the sheriff. All of a sudden, the sheriff walks in with a cowboy hat, and he goes, what's up? Here we are, 2 New York guys. He goes, Bobby goes, they need to get a room. And he goes, okay, boys, come on outside. Go outside. He goes, get in your car and follow me. Get in the car? We've been drinking.
No kidding.
Oh, what a time that was.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And the sheriff escorts us to a hotel room. Meanwhile, I could have crashed into the sheriff's car.
Yeah, really?
Oh, Lord. Those were good times. So anyway, when I got to L.A., I settled out there, and I started doing work with, like I said, Michael Nesmith's company, Pacific Arts, and different home video companies. But I started getting tired of it. I had the Beverly Hills office, the Hollywood Hills house, and it was like, you know, money just going, it's like put a vacuum cleaner in my pocket.
Right, gone.
Money just keeps sucking out.
Wow.
And I was like, you know, I'm tired of chasing these big corporations for money.
Right.
So I always cooked. So there was a client I was representing out there who was a classical composer, a great guy, played with everybody. And he was living in LA, but his family had 4, 5, 6 houses in San Francisco. And he goes, you want to come up to San Francisco? I said, sure, let's go to San Francisco.
Right.
So we went up, and this is the beginning of how Johnny Ciao
came about.
about.
Wow. Well, I just want the audience to see Johnny was kind enough to make us a little.
You can't eat it right now.
I can't. I'm so close.
You know why? We're going to take a break. Stay tuned. I've been doing all these different dishes for people over the years, and I have a show I'm doing today with Donna, and it's like Donna's happy hour, and you know it's early, but I'm ready anytime for happy hour. So I went, you know, before we start the show, I want to tell you, I went and got a few things. This is a simple salad that I created for the rock stars backstage who wanted to eat something quick with their hands without using forks. And you see I have my COVID gloves on. I should put the mask on, but there's nobody right near me. So we start this off with Belgian endive. And it's funny, I went to the supermarket and the woman who was putting produce out had no idea what endive was. They call it Endive. It's endive. It's a French, you know, in French anyway. It's a wonderful little gadget, vegetable, salad. So you cut the end off and you just place these leaves out on a plate, right? This is what I do. And I place the leaves out like this on a plate. And I create a fruit mixture. Now you can use any fruit you'd like. Strawberries, blueberries, bananas, everything. And I add a little apricot juice. So I create this mixture of fruit, right? And then what I do is, and this is for a lot of the backstage food, where people just want a, you know, quick little bite before they go on stage, because a lot of artists don't like to eat big meals before they go on stage. And then what I do is I take and I'll put this mixture into the endive. Oh, choo, ba, beak, back, boo. What we have is blueberries, bananas, and apricots. And we just place it right into these endive leaves. Beautiful. This is a wonderful dish. This is a great appetizer, a wonderful holiday dish you can serve to your guests, right? Now, here's the thing I've been faced with over the years. I don't eat cheese. I don't eat nuts. Well, you're driving me nuts, because this dish is the best with gorgonzola or blue cheese, which I sprinkle right on top of the fruit mixture. Just sprinkle it, man. Let me hear the sprinkle. That's good. Little sprinkle on top. So you have the Belgian endive with a fruit mixture of any fruit you want. Strawberries, blueberries, anything. And you mix a little orange juice maybe, or cranberry juice, and banana. You want it to kind of be thick when you put it in here. You don't want it to be runny, right? I want to hear some thick sounds, man. There you go. So we put the gorgonzola in. Then I used to use these wasabi macadamia nuts that I got in Maui, but I can't get them here in New York, so I'm going to have to do the best I can with macadamias. Delicious macadamia nuts go right on top of this delicious hand salad. And this was actually Michael Jackson's favorite, because Michael Jackson, he never ate with forks and knives. When I was living with Michael at Neverland, I would set the table, and the next thing I know, the maids would come back and go, "The table is all different." What happened? Michael would fool around. He liked to kid around. So he would take all the knives and forks and move it all over the place. I would have to get crazy with Michael Jackson, but we had a good relationship. So anyway, this is salad I'm going to feed my the host of this show today I'm doing. First time is Donna. Donna's Happy Hour. I'm really excited about it. So stay tuned. We'll be back in a moment with this.